It's me, Charlie. I'm back again. This is what my mum eats today.
I'm getting back on track, so I started off with some apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. Also got my breakfast prepped for tomorrow morning as well. Then I went to Slimming World. I'd lost half a pound, which I'm pretty pleased with. However, I really need to get myself back on track and back in gear this week. I went to the gym, but I only had 30 minutes, so I thought I'd better make the most of it. I did about 20 minutes running on the treadmill, which I was really pleased about. And you just got to get the time in when you can. I was craving something really fresh and tasty for my dinner, so I had this poke style bowl. There is actually some rice under there, although you can't really see it. I had that with some rotisserie chicken with the skin taken off, some prawns, some cucumber, carrot and sliced peppers and a soft boiled egg. And then over the top I had a little bit of the Perinese mayo, some sriracha and some of the sesame seeds on top. All of that came to 2 sins. I did actually buy these seaweed thins to go with it and totally forgot about them, so I'm a little bit gutted about that, but I'll have them tomorrow. And then for tea, I made this warm chicken salad. There is actually couscous under there. I had that with some roasted butternut squash, some warm chicken, feta, mint, and then some carrots and cucumber and celery. It was absolutely delicious. This is a definite favourite for me and it's going to feature a lot this week, I think. For the chicken, I used the skewers from Iceland, which are half a sin each, so it's just 1 sin for this dinner and a healthy extra A. I had 2 of these bars for my healthy extra B. It felt good to be getting back to having my healthy B on a night time. Then I finished off my day with 2 of these chocolates. They're actually Christmas tree decorations and they come to 1.5 sins each. So I'm ending my day on 6 sins, which I'm pretty pleased about, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is my what I eat in a day on Slimming World, aiming for my 5.5 stone award this week. So I started off with apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. For lunch, I had this pokey style bowl, so I had some rice with prawns and the seafood sticks, soft-boiled egg, some carrots, cucumber and sliced peppers. I drizzled on top a teaspoon worth of this sriracha mayo, so I'm going to count that as 1 sin. And I finally found some of these Itsu seaweed thins in the supermarket. I had half a pack of them, so I'm going to count them as 1 sin, and they were absolutely delicious. Great way to eat your poke bowl. We went for a nice family dog walk and I got in 6,000 steps, which I was pretty happy about. For tea, the hubby requested gammon, egg and chips, and this is what he got. So I did the gammon in the slow cooker with some apple and elderflower sparkling water and a lime. After 6 hours, I popped that in the air fryer for about 20 minutes with just a teaspoon worth of honey drizzled over. It was really nice and I've got some left, so I'm going to have that for dinners during the week. I had a teeny tiny bit of speed on the side with the carrots there. I did the potatoes in the air fryer like a Slimming World chip, nice and salty, and I did an egg just with some fry light. This was absolutely delicious. Then for my healthy extra A, I did something that I've not done in ages and had a cup of milk. I just really fancied it. So 250ml of semi-skimmed milk, which is a healthy extra A. Then me and the hub sat and watched Roadhouse, which was really good, and I had 2 of these bars as my healthy extra B. So I'm ending my day on 2 sins, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is my what I eat in a day on Slimming World, aiming for £2 weight loss this week. Started off with some apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. Then I went to the gym. It's one of the rare times where I had unlimited time to go, so I managed to do an hour on the treadmill, which I was really happy with, and I did quite a lot of running during that time, so sweaty mess, but very happy. A couple of weeks ago, I saw on someone's TikTok about the pineapple cottage cheese, and I bought it and I absolutely loved it. However, I've tried a few Aldi's since and I haven't been able to find it, so I made my own version with 100 grams of pineapple chunks and some cottage cheese, which was sin-free, so it's 3 sins for the whole portion. My only tip was it is actually nicer on the second day. And I had that with some of the gammon from yesterday, some carrot, celery and cucumber and a soft-boiled egg. Then I made a little TikTok, but I'm a bit gutted about it because it's only been shown to people who are already subscribers and not on the FYP, and I'm not sure why, so it bombed a little bit. We went to the pub. I just stuck to the Diet Coke and I avoided the crisps the boys were having. Then it was burritos for tea, so I had like a burrito style bowl. Had that with the Aldi Mexican rice. It's 2 sins for the whole portion. I had a third, so I'm going to count it as a sin. I had to do a little bit of maths about how much the sauce that came in the burrito sachet was, but I'm going to count it as 2 sins. I had that with some carrots, celery and cucumber and 40 grams of mozzarella for my healthy extra A. The boys had burritos too, they just had them with the wraps. And I had some melon afterwards, which is a speed food. I had a fruit pastel, which is just 1 sin, and then I finished off my day with 2 of these bars for my healthy extra B. So a pretty good day, and I'm ended on 4 sins, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is my what I eat in a day on Slimming World 5 stone down. I didn't have any breakfast this morning because by the time I got up and I'd done a few jobs, it was almost dinner time. For dinner, I had some carrots and celery, some cottage cheese with pineapple in, which is half a sin for 50 grams, and I had some prawns, which are just fried off in a tiny little blob of sriracha, which I'm going to count as half a sin. I had some melon for a little speedy snack. I was then an absolute beast getting loads of stuff cleared up in the house, and I popped some things on Vinted. For dinner, I had another portion of the burrito meat from yesterday, which was 2 sins, and half a packet of the Aldi Mexican rice, which is 1 sin. Had 40 grams of cheese on there and some carrot and celery. You can see my scales are actually underneath my plate because I was weighing out my cheese. I had one of these Lindall's Protein Plus yogurts. It was half a sin, and the banoffee pie one is my favourite. Then I saw these when I were in Iceland earlier. They're 2.5 sins each. To be honest, they're pretty small. However, it's like a Bounty and the chocolate's actually quite a nice quality. So I had one of these, really delicious. They're gone in the fridge. Hopefully I'm not too tempted to just eat them all in one go. So I'm ending my day on 7 sins and I'll see you tomorrow. This is my what I eat in a day on Slimming World 5 stone down. Started off with apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. For lunch, I had some gammon that was left over from the other day, some carrot and celery and a soft boiled egg. I also had some of the balsamic raspberry glaze, which is really nice. I'm going to count this as half a sin, however, I didn't use anywhere near as much as that. I went to the gym and I did 40 minutes on the treadmill. I actually started the first 25 absolutely flying and doing loads of running, but at 25 minutes I just ran out of steam, so I kept walking, so I'm still getting my body magic. For tea, I really didn't know what to have, so I ended up having 2 of these sausage patties, which are the Slimming World free food breakfast sausage. Had some scrambled egg with a healthy extra worth of mozzarella cheese on top, some beans, some carrots on the side for speed, and I actually only ate 2 of them hash browns, which are 1 sin each. After that, I also had this melon, which is speed food, and it was really nice and sweet. I then had 2 of these bars as my healthy extra B. My son and my little boy have been away for the last few days and I was really missing them, so I sat watching Fat Friends on Netflix, which is really funny if you're on Slimming World, and I decided to have 2 of these Christmas tree decorations, which are 1.5 sin each. So I'm finishing the day on 5.5 sins and I'll see you tomorrow. My name's Emmeline and this is my what I eat in a day on Slimming World 5 stone down. Started off with some apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. I then broke one of my cardinal rules, which is never eat in the car. So I got these protein crisps from Aldi. My original plan was to share them at home with my hubby. However, I ate them all in the car. They were 4.5 sins. They were actually really nice. But yeah, they just suddenly disappeared and I was like, oh no, where have they gone? And that's the thing with mindless eating, that suddenly stuff's disappeared and you forget you've had it. The boys had been to the coast and they brought back these humbug sweets, so I'm going to count that as 3 sins. For my tea, I had this Slimming World lasagna. It was actually really nice. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. I've never tried it before. Had that with a bit of speed on the side. I only actually managed to eat half of the lasagna because it was really filling, but I'll definitely try it again. Had one of these Lindall's Protein Plus yogurts, which are half a sin each. And then I ended my day with 2 of these bars as my healthy extra B. So I'm ending my day on 8 sins and I'll see you tomorrow. Started off with some apple, raspberry, strawberry and some Greek yoghurt. So I'm just getting my lunchbox out of my bag. Someone actually asked me the other day where this bag was from because it's quite a nice one, but it was from a charity shop. I don't know if you could look at that label, maybe they do others, but it was from a charity shop years ago. Anyway, I would just say, oh, it's a good size, and I was just trying to get my lunch out of my bag and it won't come in, so I gave it a jiggle, and now I've just realised I'm probably going to have totally mashed up dinner. So let's see. So I actually went a little bit different today. So I've got some carrot and celery as always. I've got some chicken drumstick meat. So I actually found a pack in Aldi and it had a 50% off sticker. So I thought, oh, I'll try cooking that up last night. I've put some salt and pepper on it, stuck it in air fryer, let it go super crispy, and then chopped it all up into like smaller pieces. Just I thought it would be a bit nicer. That's actually really nice. And then I made a Slimming World quiche, stylish. So I actually used, there were eggs, cottage cheese, sweet corn, peppers, bacon, and an Aldi Bramwell's like chicken and mushroom pasta, but just made with water, because I'd seen this thing to make your quiche a little bit more filling, because I've been thinking, oh, quiche would be nice to put pasta in it. I'm sort of thinking that I should have done it without, but it was just a trial. It looks all right actually, but when I like jiggled my lunchbox to get it out, I thought, oh, for sure this is going to be all mushed up, but it isn't. So And I always have in my bag for work, I've got this, it's the spoon's gone because I actually used it already for my breakfast, but a little knife and fork and spoon set that I keep in my car at all times. And I have some wooden forks in my car at all times as well because I eat in my car a lot. That looks pretty nice. When I made this quiche, it still looked like a bit runny in the middle, but the rest of it was looking lovely and crispy on top. So I thought, oh, I'm going to give it a little stir and like disperse out the bit that was a bit runny. But when I took it out of the oven, I thought, oh, it looks a bit more like scrambled egg now. But actually, it has set quite nice, although it looks a bit chaotic in there. You can sort of see that. And this is a big old chunk of quiche. Sort of come out like that. I'm pretty happy with it. It tastes nice. I did have a little taste of it yesterday. I need to work out how many sins the pasta and sauce is. So I added a sin, well, I added a health extra A per portion because I like my quiche nice and cheesy. But the pasta and sauce has got sins in it, so I need to work out how many that is and divide it by 4 because I think it'll be 4 big portions. I just fancied something different. I actually envisaged that I was going to heat this up at the hospital because I was working in the hospital this morning. However, I left early because I had loads of visits to do and there was no people coming into my clinic, so I wasn't at hospital when I was eating. I'd already left there, so it's cold, but actually it's still quite nice. It's really tasty, but I think like likely tomorrow afternoon I'll probably be in the office or back at home for lunchtime, so I'll probably heat it up, like stick it in the air fryer for a minute. But yeah, that is a really nice dinner. A lot more than I usually eat because I know that on a Thursday I'm so busy and I don't always get time, but I thought if I take a well prepared big dinner I'm more likely to eat it. And also I'm going to go to the gym after work straight before I go home, so I wanted something nice and filling, and I don't think we're eating tonight until quite a bit later. So yeah, basically keep myself full. It's a lot of rambling just to say I'm having my dinner. But how are you lot doing? It seems like a lot of people are struggling this week and I get it. For me, the majority of the time the school holidays is pretty good for me. My boy's a little bit older, he's 11 now, and yeah, they're a bit more independent at that age, so it's actually quite nice for me when it's school holidays because I have a bit more time to prep. Other than last week with the KFC, but you know, generally I have a lot more time to make stuff and get prepared and things like that. But and obviously when you're going out and doing a lot of activities, I think a lot of people are finding it difficult, and it's on top of Easter and stuff like that, so hopefully people are making the best choices they can. That's all I'll say. This is towards the end of the school holidays for us. We had the week before and the week after. Sorry, the week before and the current week. Got before and after Good Friday, Easter Monday. I think these last 2 terms are going to be a long slog now. I think one of the terms is like 8 weeks long. That's the only downside to having it a bit later. So I think this will be the longest 2 terms that we've got. But yeah, so hope you're all doing okay, and if you're struggling, I think I'd said to someone, it's different for everyone, isn't it? But if you're struggling, just try and remember what you're wanting to lose weight for. You know, try and get out and about, go for a little walk, even if it's just a walk around the block. If you're sat there craving something, try and get yourself out a little bit. You know, that usually helps. And try and make sure that you get like your speed food that you want and stuff like that. You know, if you make sure that you're full, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, because that might help with cravings and stuff like that as well. I've been watching Fat Friends recently, so it's come on Netflix. It's quite an old series. I think it's the early 2000s. And it makes me chuckle because it is, I'm guessing, loosely based on like a Slimming World style Slimming group. And some of the stuff they just say is crazy. Like they make them wear, the ones that have put on weight, they have like a little pig that they wear around their neck at one point. And I'm guessing even 20 years ago, none at Slimming World style groups did that. You know, you'd be absolutely mortified, wouldn't you? Would you pay to go back to that? But, you know, just taking the mick. But the woman keeps saying, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. And at first I was like, oh, you know, what an idiot thing to say. But actually, the more the series has gone on, I'm like, yeah, I mean, she's sort of right in the version of, like, I don't want to keep coming back and having to pay longer than I need to. You know, I'd rather do it sooner rather than later, and that's my journey, my choice. You know, I know some people want to do it over a long period of time. I had a more immediate goal to start with that I needed to get on with, so, you know, I have things challenging me. But I do think at the minute my mindset is, my desire is more to be good and to get on with losing weight rather than having the treats that I don't need, like going in excess. Because I do want to, not skinny but healthy, you know, I do want to be smaller. I want to lose weight to get into that good healthy BMI range. So yeah, although some of it's really cringy, it's actually really funny. And I love all the like K-Mella series and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, that was my lunchtime thoughts. So hopefully no one's too creeped out by my eating in the car. I'm just actually sat waiting for one of my patients to just rung her because she wasn't home. So I'll be there in 20 minutes. I've been round at my friend's house. So I'm just waiting for her to come back, and I thought, perfect time to have a bit of dinner. So straight after work, I managed to get my butt to the gym, and I did 35 minutes on the treadmill, 28 of which was running, which I was really happy with. And although I filmed that lovely long clip in the car, I actually didn't eat all my lunch that I'd made. It was just way too big for me. So I had the Slimming World quiche, the rest of it. I topped it up with a little bit more speed veg, so I had some carrot and celery. I then made some garlic and parmesan new potatoes to go with it, just to round it off. I put some new potatoes on to boil for about 10 minutes, let them dry off a little bit, and then popped them into the air fryer with some buttery fry light, some garlic granules, and then just before they were finished, I put on a half Healthy Extra A worth of parmesan. So in total, my Healthy Extra A, I've used 1.5 for the day, and these were actually super delicious. I then finished off my day with 2 of these bars from Healthy Extra B. So I'm ending my day on half a sin, which is actually for the pasta and sauce. It's actually half a sin for the whole packet, and that was split between 4 portions, but I'm just going to count as half a sin every time I have it. See you tomorrow.